Have you ever wondered why Jews are so often extremely wealthy? Let's reveal the secret. Throughout history, Jewish people have been considered prosperous. Where did such rhetoric emerge from? We know Jewish people, like other people, have their own rich, middle class, and lower income groups. Therefore, in today's video, we're going to go deeper into this thought process. And if you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Consider hitting the subscription button below for more life-changing content. Number 1, Judaism and wealth. Judaism doesn't portray poverty as a symbol of righteousness, as many other ideologies might. Instead, they think every person should escape poverty and be fully employed to make their own livelihood. This is a key concept that has contributed to a healthy work ethic and a personal responsibility for each person. Making their own money, some Jews believe in donating 10 to 20% of their income. Wages would go towards religious and philanthropic activities. However, they don't believe in relying on charity to boost themselves up, and especially not to become a nuisance to the community while growing up. This sort of thinking allows for a firm basis to perceive success as the only choice. Number 2, European Jews could not own lands. If you think antisemitism was only prevalent in the Second World War, then you have to rethink. The Jewish people have had a terrible past of not being allowed to. There's been land in Europe from as far back as the early medieval period, yet wherever there's a will, there's a solution. As a result, Jewish people devised alternative means of accumulating wealth other than property. One of them is the trade and merchant industries, which continue to have a significant impact in most countries. This established a support system for Jewish communities since their skills were required and they were secure. Number 3, religious opportunity was taken. Christians were granted religious freedom during the 18th century. And getting charged interest was an offense. It precluded them from having any form of financial employment, leaving the prospects in that industry open to the Jewish community, who did not perceive lending in the same manner. The Jewish people became dominant in the money-lending industry, having the Jewish people's initial success in this. And many of the clichés originate with the wealthy company. Number 4, established the first bank. It was a skip and a hop from making loans to creating the first banks in Europe for the Jewish community. With their solid history in finance, they may oversee transactional transfers and everyday financial services, plus manage to give loans and charge interest. This was a much-needed service on a burgeoning continent and served to spur additional expansion. But it wasn't all roses. This achievement also prompted much envy, which fed much of the people's feelings over the years. Number 5, the most educated religious group. In 2016, the Pew Center issued a report, which classified Jewish people as the most educated religious group on the planet. On average, the Jewish community obtains 13 years of study. Whenever it comes to post-secondary education for Jewish people, 61% of the criteria were met. What's more shocking is the large discrepancy between the first and the second, highly educated. Legendary Christians were ranked second in terms of education, but only by an average of 13 points. For years of education amongst Jewish people, Christians may rack up an average of 9 points. More qualifications contribute to a greater beginning income, which instantly enhances Jewish people's financial status directly out of college. Number 6. They take care of one another. Possibly it originates from a storied history of being ostracized, or perhaps it's merely normal for people to take tremendous pleasure in donating their money to assist their community. This mutual aid mindset is a component of their culture and guarantees that each member of the community is encouraged to allow them to achieve. If someone establishes a new firm, the community will gather around them to encourage it. If somebody else falls into difficult times, the community will strive to assist them out of Judea. This great focus on lifting the entire community means that those who are not ostracized are also valued and protected. By investing in one another, Jewish communities have managed to endure the darkest periods. The aim of riches is not merely to gain wealth, which is considered vanity. Wealth is considered a means to an end, namely to build a society. It is greatly frowned upon to not donate liberally to the spiritual and social needs of society. Number 7. Their religion promotes solid business skills. Most of the Jewish rulers and authors had decided to make it their own. It's indeed obvious that Jewish firms must run according to their principles. There's definitely no place for dishonest tactics. Any deceit, conspiracy, or price fixing against a customer is called oppressive fleecing. The customer is considered oppressed of their liberty, understanding that you're entering into business with somebody. One who's driven to excellent ethics by a higher force produces Jewish business people. And very desirable business partner too. Number 8, resilience and perseverance are second nature. Despite great adversities, Jewish people have shown tenacity over the years. It is woven into their tradition, and the focus stays on the spiritual and functional with this perseverance and endurance. Giving up is not an alternative. Whenever problems arise in business, which sometimes they do, there is really no self-pity. Have you ever wondered why Jewish folks intended to hold all the property in America? That's how they accomplished it. It was considered by many specialists as reinforcing. The generalization is that Jewish people have some form of worldwide control over property and financial institutions. Number 9, look at the past to plan the future. We've all heard of the term, history repeating itself. The Jewish community is aware that any conditions are occurring. These are not news. By having a look at similar scenarios that have transpired in the past, it's easy to make smarter business and financial plans for the future. Repeating themselves. Wealth is obtained through knowing such trends, or patterns, comprehending price fluctuations, and having a grip on the globe, currency, and markets. Your financial advisor has advised you on what to do or how much to perform. Now, you're going to turn it around. You'll discover how to direct your finances and how much to work for you. Number 10. Parents teach their children the value of money. In many homes, discussing money openly is taboo. Parents attempt to safeguard their kids by not disclosing if they're experiencing financial issues or if they're rich, indicating that it's alright to indulge by using 5 containers. Many Jewish parents instruct their kids. What about being money-wise? Each container is designated as tight-yielding or off. Bringing saving, investment, and spending, kids are getting 10 shekels and the child places one of these in the tithe container, 1 in the donating and giving, 1 in the savings, 2 in investment, and 5 in spending. The donating container is finally opened on Sundays, at the tithe, which indicates the 10th, and the Hebrew is opened by the end of the month. The savings are made on special occasions and the investment is only opened once the work is completed. The parents don't participate in the kids being accountable for the money, but the kids gain understanding and accept ownership of their actions. Thank you guys for watching, and if you find value in this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more money-related videos. See you in the next one.